Okay, hello. Go ahead and get started on the stream here. The streams are already in the draft, so let me go ahead and get schmovin'. Um, okay, let me get my thing going here. I was not planning to stream today, but I woke up, had my nap, and they're like, "Can anybody cast in a few minutes? Or can anyone cast their game? It's starting." And I'm like, "All right, fuck it." Let me go ahead and everything all set up here. Do I have everything set up correctly? Yeah, it looks like it. All right, we got Team WTF on blue side. Make sure, did I get the thingy? Yeah, I did. For Team WTF on blue side for game one, Team PPP on red. They're already well into the draft here for game one. I kind of missed a little bit of it, but that's okay. Oh my god, is their team name a cuss? I actually don't remember what their actual team name is called. Oh, We Taste Feet. That's what it is. So it's actually worse. That's right. So it looks like a cuss on the surface, but in reality, it is lewd. Okay. Let me go ahead and take a look at the comps here in just a second. So once their lobby gets going. Okay, we're waiting on them to do the actual draft or the actual game. We'll go ahead and take a look at the comps here. In terms of bans, lots of Zillion bans this season in Beer League. I don't know if Zillion's hitting OP and I just don't know about it, but I've seen it a lot. Nidalee ban against Pyro, that makes sense. A lot of support bans. 4 support bans for WTF. Meanwhile, on the other side, LeBlanc ban, 3 support bans of their own, and then a Gangplank ban. Zero first pick for WTF. That's an interesting choice. The Pro Plow here, apparently. Oh, let me go ahead and turn that sound off here before I forget. There we go. I like these comps. They are very kind of pro comps, aren't they? This could be a smolder first pick for PPP. Very interesting. Really committed to the bit. Pick smolder really early, I guess. Okay. Galio against the Azir. Makes sense. Kaisa Vi. A lot of playmaking on WTF already. And then Jarvan. Kind of the same thing on both sides. And Seraphine. Will be Seraphine Smolder bot lane. And if you have the blind pick on blue side, orange is a good choice. So that's what WTF decides to go for. And then Nami last pick to go with the Kaisa. Very aggressive, potentially aggressive lane there. Last pick for PPP is going to be the Rumble. That's an interesting choice. I do like it with the Galio and the Jarvan and the Seraphine. It does have good synergy with the rest of the team comp, and that's probably good enough. I know from experience it's not a great lane matchup against the Ornn. Ornn just gets way too tanky too quickly for our Rumble to deal with, but you can probably just play safe and fire and wait for team fights and go with your AoE Wombo comp. So it makes sense to me. As far as WTF goes, they are going in. That is a hard engage comp. They're going to go in with Ornalties. They're going to go with Vi. They ult in with Kaisa. They're going to do some Shurima shuffles. They are all about the big playmaking. Go in, engage, burst them before they burst you. So, makes sense. Engaging into Galio Seraphine seems unpleasant. That is true. You might have to get a little creative when some of these engages come from multiple angles, so you don't just go right into all of the AoE CC. I hope the voice of Faker guys is here to shuffle his enemies. Yeah, see that might be the big one. You might just need to do like an Azir flank engage so they can't get their counter engage off on the side of PPP. So I definitely do think I like PPP's comp better, just because one, I think they're good against the engage comp they're up against, and two, I think they have more potential ways to play. They don't just have to go it. They don't have to go for the engage. They could probably play slower with the Rumble or with the Smolder. Um, and they outscale. Yeah, I agree with that too. And they outscale indeed. But we shall see. Because Smolder greater than everything. That's close to true, honestly. Not quite everything, but most things. Want me to come cast? Yeah, if you want to join Fusser, by all means. Here, let me join the casting channel here. Yes, you are welcome to join. Be there in a few. All right. We'll see Fusser here shortly. So I would not mind. This would be my first co-cast of the season. Does make it a bit more fun. Let's go, WTF. I did notice that ranked is finally back on. It wasn't on a couple hours ago when I was on earlier. So they finally figured out whatever was happening with their servers, I guess. All right. Go ahead and get started here. Here we go. Horn is the only Sunfire builder in this lobby, so PPP wins by default, right? I mean, Galio could theoretically build Sunfire, but I think you'll probably build the AP one. But yeah, if I see anybody else building Sunfire in this game, I'm gonna be upset. Actually, Warren will probably build the AP one too because it goes against Rumble. So maybe we'll have a Sunfire free game. You know what? I'm kind of hoping that Riot finally buffs Sunfire so I can stop trashing it. Because I don't even dislike Sunfire conceptually. I just think it's really trash right now. So if Riot could make it decent so that I could stop flaming it all the time, that'd be cool. Moore's 86, don't worry, I won't build it anymore. Did I catch you building it in a beer league game? What's up, Jeff?
Yo.
Welcome to the cast. Let me turn you down just a little bit because I know that tends to be a problem.
It's alright, I'll just talk louder.
Okay, hold on.
Give the people what they want.
What they want is damage to their eardrums.
Yep.
There we go.
My sweet sultry voice serenading them.
Yep. Okay. I might have turned it down a little bit too low. We'll see. People in chat complain if one of us is too loud or too quiet. Thank you.
Laughing thing.
Let's see. I need to reorder them a little bit. Oh, that was easy. Kaisa has forgotten to buy items.
Nice.
So, we'll see. Yeah, I definitely turned you down too low. Hold on. Even I can barely hear you. Let's try that. There we go. Okay.
Whoa.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I just don't understand how you're gonna flame Sunfire when it's objectively stronger than the AP one.
Sunfire is better, or the AP one's better because it's a better build path. And MR's better than armor. Early on.
Yeah, that's true. But Sunfire does more damage.
Barely.
Minions have spawned.
It used to do way more damage, but then Riot decided that having fun wasn't allowed anymore.
When you say barely, all I hear is you're technically correct.
It does like 20% more damage.
That's 20% is a large percent. Oh, this Nami's getting pinched.
Yep.
Oh no, Nami. Oh, run, Nami. I like the commitment to running down though.
Yep.
But I think you still die here.
Still
Kaisa is absolutely working with this lethal tempo though.
Yeah, right.
She's doing everything she can. Oh, and Nami gets the cheeky heal in. Oh, but it's not enough.
Oh, great barrier by Jubilee there to prevent the return kill. Whew. That was a very spicy.
Nice. Nice job for Lelouch. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The Nami. Good job, Nami, for living there. That was very unexpected.
Great sums discipline. She did not panic. She held her sums for the longest time. Y'all
Oh.
Yep. Y'all squabble like a married couple. I mean, we have played together a long time, Dix. You know that. Oh, Kaisa did go back to get items during all of that action. I guess.
Oh man, imagine if she had items in that fight. That could have
Right?
been
Probably
so
would have gotten at
different.
least a double kill. That's
That's
crazy.
so sad.
No.
Oh, that one hurts. That one definitely hurts.
Yeah,
What?
that is
Hero Stratos. Man, I really don't know most of the people on this. Not on PPP. What's the other team?
We Taste Feet. WTF.
We Taste Feet.
Yes, great team name.
Well, phenomenal naming conventions, though. You gotta support that.
Yeah, have you seen their team icon though?
Oh no.
I suggest you look it up later.
Oh no. It sounds like I don't want to see their things.
Yes.
Sounds like it's gonna go very, very badly for me.
Well, yes, I know that. Oh, hold on, nice early gank here by bot, or by Pyro, and early flat goes immediately for the flash EQ on the Nami, who doesn't have flash from that level 1 play. So nice gank by Pyro, realizing that there's no flashes bot. Something a lot of junglers don't do, which is sad. No shade thrown at Fusro here.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm literally in the chat, dog. Come on.
No, I'm not flaming you. I'm talking random junglers.
Man.
They'll be like, oh, they blew flash level 1. Let me wait to not gank until they comes back up.
It's fine. We know it's me. It's fine.
They're just not Fusro for once. Nope.
I had to move to the children's league so I could win some games.
Smart. I know last season was rough for y'all, so you wanted a bit of an easier ton this time around. I get it.
I don't even remember last season.
Exactly.
Maybe that's for the best. Maybe I blocked it out.
I mean, with how my season's going, I don't know. I might have to retire.
I remember your last season. That
true.
one I recall.
That one true. Last season went pretty well. This season, not so good.
Who'd you pay off to get Bernie on your team? Dude's an animal.
Stone G and Eric recommended him, and I was like, sweet, I'll do that. Works for me.
But which Eric? That's the real question.
The original Eric.
The legend of the infinite Erics.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point cap comparison on these teams?
I actually don't know.
I feel like it's got to be incredibly WTF favored because I see Simino Mas. Oh, it's a nice little fight here. Oh, it's a very close little fight here, but Pyro's gonna get it.
Yeah, nice collapse there by Galio getting there first.
Oh, and a nice knockup.
Ooh.
Just enough.
Just enough.
Beautiful E from Muffin Man under the tower. Love to see it.
I actually think that, well, that's Feudal Warfare over for PPP. Great start for them. 1.5K goal lead already. But I believe that Simino Mas is actually subbing today. I believe that.
Yeah, he's subbing. He's not their original roster, but I think with him on their team, I think the point cap on PPP is relatively low. Ooh, Scott Pilgrim just
got
solo boloing it. He's doing Ornn things.
Yep. I believe their cap was already quite low even before the sub, and now it's even lower now. So PPP is definitely one of the cheap teams. But they've done well regardless. You know, you can always count on Pyro teams to do pretty well.
Consistent, great performance. Most of these guys have played with Pyro for a long time. They definitely play together very well. They play as a very cohesive team.
Yep.
Pyro down there soloing the dragon. He's got Prio in bot lane, so he's not feeling a lot of danger. You always got the Galio ult if you need it. It feels real good to solo objectives as a jungler when you've got a Galio mid lane.
Right.
You just don't have to worry about anything. You're like, oh, if they collapse on me, you know, you stay in farm for 30 seconds and then you can press R.
I do appreciate the bot lane finally coming over to help though, because that Jarvan Dragon solo has got to be one of the slowest in the game.
Early dragons. tough. Ooh. Oh no, this guy
Hero
has no
Stratus, buddy.
idea.
You gotta have some situational
Oh, you
awareness.
have no idea what's happening.
Oh, no.
This is looking very doomed.
Yep, and that's gonna be another kill on the jungler. Yeah, no, when they kill the objective right next to you, you're part of the jungle, you gotta leave.
That is a good early warning sign that someone is in the same time zone as you.
Yep.
And Smolder's got a second kill as well.
And that's really not what you want to see if you're WTF. You don't want to get that early. Ooh.
Almost a tricky little play from the Azir there. Hits the Shurima Shuffle to shove the Jarvan into the tower with no wave immediately, but unfortunately Jarvan just ults right out of it and says that's fine.
Yep. We're interested to see what Jarvan is building here, because usually they go... Yeah, I was gonna say usually they go Sundered Sky first, but there's no pickaxe in Sundered Sky, so going for the more aggressive Eclipse.
Yeah. Pyro likes to generally play a more AD heavy Jarvan.
Makes sense. AD ratios are pretty high.
You know. Plus he's got that cool new skin that just came out, so
Is that what
I
he's
gotta
using?
actually learn. Oh, I don't know if Pyro's
yeah.
using it. I don't think so, but
Nope.
I just meant Jarvan has a new skin.
That is true.
It's the first event skin I've seen in 8 months that I actually liked, so.
Where we go? I was kind of talking about it during the draft. Is like, I like Rumble with the team comp, but I don't like the matchup because, you know, once Sporn comes back with even a little bit of MR, you can't move him anymore. And Rumble's not really that tanky, so.
Rumble does have a lot of burn though, and I mean he's getting a great bait off here.
Yep.
Pyro's gonna get the engage. Oh, but we're gonna see the counter gank.
Yeah, Warren is able to get the second ulti off so far. Probably gonna end up being a 1-for-1 race. Well, actually, Jarvan might just take the strike.
I don't know, Jarvan's got a nice... Oh, and the Galio ult. Oh no. We thought we had signs of life, but unfortunately it was just a blip.
There was a counter gank, but then Galio came in with the counter gank.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Playing these pre-made 5s and having a Galio or a Shen in every single game is a little... will definitely make you more cautious with your gameplay.
It's tough too because Pyro's obviously the star of this team, so you kind of have to like focus him. But when he has backup like Galio on the board, it's like, how hard can you focus him really, right? So I think.
Well, and the challenge here is that, you know, Pyro may be the hero by point cap, but there's still a Smolder on that team, and Jubilee is definitely no slouch at ADC. So fully expect that PPP will have 2 very big threats on the board throughout this game.
Yep, that is kind of how a lot of these teams go with the big point disparities. Is that the high cost player will get them through kind of the early and mid game, and then the lower cost teammates will scale and kind of take over as the game goes on. So it's a good strategy. It's a smart way to do it, I think.
I would love to see people play some more out there beer league picks though. When's the last time you saw a Zed mid in beer league, you know?
To be fair, you don't really see Zed mid in solo queue either anymore. And very nice Seraphine ulti there, but in the end not enough.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna go for Pyro though. 1v3 with a fully lethal tempoed up Kai'Sa. This might. Ooh, yeah, this is not gonna end well.
He's gonna try to.
He's going for it though.
Oh, he's gonna get it.
He's gonna get it. Oh, incredible.
Yep. Overall,
great job from the Kai'Sa flashing the Jarvan ult early though, and not taking that early damage. Because if she gets popped there, like he potentially gets 2 kills and walks out.
Now you see that's the downside of the Eclipse build there. Because if he has Thunder Sky there, he probably just wins that ult outright with all that healing. But in the end, it was still a good play. Although they actually closed the gold gap pretty much entirely from that one play, just from getting 2 shutdowns. So
yeah, those shutdowns are pretty juicy.
Yep.
Let's see what we got going on in chat. We got any chatters?
You.
Just me. Just me talking to myself. Nice.
You mean Twitch chat?
Yeah.
There's some people in there. I see them. I need to refresh your thing.
Yeah, I didn't have the Twitch chat up at the same time.
Ah.
Weenie Hut Juniors. That's me, Human Bane.
Not quite able to get Muffin Man on the gank here.
Zor says WTF has just got to reach their team at 20 death power spike, and then they hit the comeback.
There you go. I mean, they started early. That is going to be feats of strength over for PPP.
Looks like they're going to hit their 10 death spike here.
Yep. And Snark is either going to have a greatest outplay of all time here, or he's going to die.
Oh, I think die is more likely.
Yep. Nice tower aggro management by PPP there.
Yeah. Azir does rotate down to protect the tower, though, which I like the play there. Four
Not
people jamming it down on your tower is probably not what you want.
Not as important now that feats are already down, but still don't want to give towers if you can help it.
Yeah, I'm more worried about those plates. Those are some juicy plates.
That's true.
Oh no. Oh no. Hero, don't do it. The time to be a hero has already ended. Oh no.
He does have Azir
She
and
does have-
Nami
yeah.
with him. Ooh, the Galio taunt does not land. Pyron has to try to flee. Oh no, and the Shurima Shuffle whiffs. Can they still finish off Pyro? And they will. The touchdown's going to go down, unfortunately, to the Nami, but better than him than no one. And now Rumble getting absolutely oraned up here in the top lane. Has no chance at all at this point in the matchup. Because when Oran's
Yeah,
got, 140 MR, you don't even have an item yet on
That's a
Muffin
little
Man.
tough.
You know,
And it looks like Muffin Man's going for the Leandries to start, which I think is pretty standard. But I don't know. I'm not a top lane gamer, but I almost feel like going something with 10 immediately.
I have been spamming a lot of Rumble recently. Don't tell anyone.
The
And
secret sauce.
yeah, and hold on, bit of a bot lane fight breaking out here. WTF bot lane definitely has a gets just enough burst to finish off the Seraphine there.
Yeah, that was a nice play. And honestly, Jubilee was one auto attack from being killed there too. Kaisa had full stacks, just needed to get a Q off, but wasn't quite in range.
Yep.
Is it Q for Kaisa? What's her button that does all the things?
Q, yes.
Okay. See, I know things.
But yeah, no. What I was gonna say about Rumble is that I have tried the like the MR shred item. Oh my god, I tried to talk about
Oh
items.
my god, the 3-man gank for this Ornn? This feels a little spicy.
I guess I mean the objective is the Rift Herald coming up, so if anything, that was a smart back row rotation there.
Yeah. Oh, but they don't see this.
Are they gonna walk into it?
Both teams think that they're getting sneaky here.
Ooh. Vi gave the position away a little bit early. Ooh, nice interrupt.
Oh, but he gets knocked out of the EQ.
Yep. And knocked out of the plan.
Okay, good flash. Oh, but shuffled back in.
Yep. Finally
Oh,
manages to make
no.
the shuffle work, and Jarvan's gonna go down.
Yeah, and this should be a Rift Herald over to the side of WTF as well.
Yep.
As well as 2 kills, 2 flashes, maybe a 3rd kill here. Oh yeah, with the speed boost. Yeah, this Seraphine's cooked. Maybe even a 4th kill?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Torn damage though. Full tank.
All I can
One shot to
say
you.
is, Zor, you've never been so wrong. They only got 12 deaths.
Yeah.
And they have hit their power spike. Oh, and Jubilee goes down too. Not the 1-for-1.
Oh man.
Crazy.
Oh, anyway. Now finally let me talk about the items here. I tried the MR shred item against Ornn and like other tanks as Rumble first, and like it doesn't make enough of a difference over Leandries to be worth it, in my experience.
I
So
can see that.
you kind of need the Leandries really
Oh my
badly.
God.
So
These are some aggressive plays from PPP, and I understand they had an early lead here, but is there even a gold lead anymore?
no, there isn't. Although actually goalie in the other direction. Nice Seraphine ulti power with Jarvan, but that's one, but not enough to keep going. And that's going to be 3 members of PPP down again, and now it's a 2.5k goal lead for WTF.
Yeah, and I just don't understand why we're trying to jam it down their throats mid lane. There's no objectives up, like you don't need a kill there.
Yeah.
And we're just You know, you get in that desperation place where you're trying to force a play to happen that's just not there, and you just start bleeding. I mean, you've got a smolder, you've got 2 dragons. You can drag this game out to 45 minutes if you need to. Like, just take a breath, slow down, do your thing.
Yep. Ornn did in fact go for the regular Sunfire. He did go he did go a different MR item first, so I think that's okay.
Oh, Jubilee hitting the bait. I love it. Oh, nice flash. Just unfortunate, a little bit too late on the TP there. Probably could have just not flashed and baited that a little bit deeper.
Yep. Ornn's gonna go ahead and walk down so he doesn't have TP here.
Yeah, but I don't know that a 5v5 is PPP favored here.
They can get a good Ornn and Rumble ult maybe, because they haven't really done the combo yet. And
Oh, no. I
Stratos-
think it is WTF favored. I don't think it's PPP favored.
Yeah.
Oh, but Ornn's not even here yet. Oh, no.
Yep. Yeah, and unfortunately,
Oh,
Vi
that-
just kind of gets caught out here, but now the fight breaks out in earnest. And yeah, WTF, it looks bad for them at first, but that numbers advantage just kind of is too much to overcome, even with their jungler kind of getting caught at the beginning.
Oh, and this Ornn is just huge now. Oh, a nice play from the Seraphine. It was a good attempt.
And a quadra kill for the Kaisa. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is looking a little tough.
Yep, to a 5.5k gold lead now.
And that Ornn ult just crunched. It may not have been as early as WTF would have liked to start that fight, but when it showed up, it just decimated PPP.
Rumble Mom Spaghetti his ult. Did he completely whiff it? I didn't see it, but I can believe it. That's probably his first time using it in a fight
as well. So yeah.
Well, take your word for it, Zar, that he whiffed it. But yeah, it has not been a great game for Rumble so far. He is having a rough one up there in the top lane.
Yeah, and Ornn goes for that first item upgrade on his Chaotic Rooker, and he says, "I plan to ignore your existence the entire game, Mr. Rumble."
Yep. And Smolder on a decent
Oh, we
pace.
might get a big engage here on Smolder.
Ooh, is able to get
Okay.
wild in range.
Pretty deep here.
Yeah,
I don't
no
know that I
follow
like
up
this
here. I don't know if
engage.
there's
Oh,
the
but
follow up.
Getting thick. That's a big thing.
Yeah, the Kaisel from way downtown. I didn't even see her on the screen.
Look like zoom and suddenly everything changed.
Yep. Hey, this is a very tanky Vi. She's going for like the more pro style Vi build, which is a lot tankier. And it makes sense in the pro context, so you're kind of relying on Vi to just engage and follow up. I don't generally like it in solo queue, but this isn't solo queue, is it? So they're gonna go ahead and move here on the Otacon. Power's gonna go in. Power's gonna go ahead and steal, and fantastic Seraphine ult. They're gonna be a 3-man charm. And now the Ornl's coming in from the back. Oh my goodness, and he's gonna get right on the back line for PPP. And Seraphine has to flash, but she's gonna end up going down to the Azir damage. And that fight had a lot of plot twists. So let's go let's go ahead and that fight had the multiple engage, counter engage, counter engage. So yeah, WTF's gonna try to rush it, which I agree with the call, but Jarvan is able to get here on time and yoink it. Followed up by the huge Seraphine ulti into the Galio Jarvan on the front, but then they had no idea that the Ornn was behind them, and Rumble's a little bit too late to make a big difference to the fight. Does get a decent ulti off, but in the end just has to turn his tail and leave. No Smolder for that fight at all, so missing a lot of damage to follow up on that phenomenal engage. Yeah, you are cutting out quite a bit, unfortunately. I don't know if that's you or me, but...
Might be me. Hold on, let me stop the... I'm watching the Twitch stream at the same time. How's
Yeah.
that? Is that better?
There we go. Yeah, that helps.
My bad. I was trying to stay up on the chat, but...
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, this Kite is just getting way too much time to ramp up. Like,
Yeah.
great steal, clean pick on the Vi, and then had to try to get out of there because that Kaisa was already just stacking lethal tempo and going crazy.
Yeah, lethal tempo and Ginsu's. You know, once she gets to that 6 stacks, you gotta wrap the fight up quickly, or she will kill everybody. So,
Well, and unfortunately, PPP is in a position where they need to get Smolder to scale so that we start doing some, you know, Smolder Elder Dragon silliness. But even then, they need to just poke. They need to let Smolder hit some burn on people and reduce them. They still can't take a straight on team fight. Oh, and Kai'Sa's got a Terminus now.
Yep.
Yeah, if they are not focusing and blowing up this Kai'Sa, they're not gonna win that fight just because of the time it's gonna take them to take down the rest of this squad.
Now, I really would like to see Azir here recognize just how fed his Kai'Sa is and kind of save his ulti for peel duty for the Kai'Sa, because I think if the Kai'Sa doesn't die, then they just auto win the team fight.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if you can still get a great engage, do it. But
oh no, these little build a tent for these people.
They're going for
what
it.
is
They're
happening?
Going for the Smolder,
no,
but
you hate to see it.
There's a CC combo on Kai'Sa, able to cleanse the initial CC, so kite for a while.
Yes! You gotta love it. Anyone who sits in a bush for more than 10 seconds, you deserve
it. Right? They kind of pulled the trigger a little early, I think. I don't think they needed to rush it as much as they did, but...
anything that they could see, and they took an unfavorable play because they said, my wallet will win this for me.
Yep. In the end, they able to get the shut down on Kai'Sa. Nice Azir ulti. Nice, decent Rumble ulti to respond. A lot of low health people here. He's kite out. You know, Horn's here trying his best to turn the fight, but not quite able to. This could be a big team fight turnaround for PPP. Going to claw a lot of the gold lead back. Yeah, and you're definitely still DCing there, so I think it's just your internet, unfortunately.
Oh, hold on.
Gotta stop all those naughty downloads, bro. Oh, we're casting games.
Actually, my whole he was not the day before.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Lucha unfortunately gets caught here, and then Kai'Sa will get caught in response, trying to help, and that's gonna be another kill on the Kai'Sa. And this is how you throw your lead.
This is indeed how you throw your lead. Oh my! Send another one in. We're just.
He's able to trade one at least, but this should be Dragon here for PPP, and Bai's just gonna go for it. He's like, "Hey, you guys got caught. It's my turn now." Can they get the CC on? Ooh. Seraphine will just barely nicks her, and now she's gonna go down as well. Horn buddy just leave.
Yeah. She was still charmed and walked back into them.
Yep. And now the Smolder does indeed have his stacks up. So, you know, they have closed the gold gap quite a bit, which helps, but now they've got the big damage coming in for Smolder as well. So even with a little bit of a gold deficit still, I think PPP is in a great spot. They're at soul point. They've reached the big stacks. Pyro just got a massive gold infusion these past few minutes from killing the Kai'Sa twice. So he's going to be extremely difficult to kill with that Death Dance of Spirit Visage.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it's definitely still anyone's game. This feels
100%.
a little bit reminiscent of the first 10 minutes of the game, except for WTF is still up in kills and gold.
I mean, this Kai'Sa is still huge. It's just that they need to fight together as a team and stop getting jumped on by Jarvan without a response. So,
yeah, but the last few minutes have demonstrated that they can definitely do it. I mean, this is a cohesive team. Like I said, these people have played together a lot. They know what they're doing. Maybe they still make some mistakes sometimes, but
nice escape by Azir using the ulti to buy some space. But now you don't have it for the actual team fight. And I think if you're PvP, you just look for, or if you're PvP, you just look for an engager while the Azir ulti is down. But this tower's still here.
I don't know that I still want to look for an engage here. Oh, if you can get that Nami, maybe you do. Yep, there it is. Oh my god, I don't know.
I don't know about the Seraphine ulti, but
all right.
they really did not want that fish to escape, I guess. My goodness.
Yeah, I think that Seraphine ult is on Kai'Sa only duty for the most part, especially when the Nami is already in the Jarvan ult with no way to get out.
Yeah.
But that's just me, you know, one man's opinion. I don't know that they can even still push for this Baron, though. This Kai'Sa has the ability to just jump in and shred their whole team.
She does have the opportunity.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to back off and just keep farming.
Yep.
That's the right call. Just keep scaling. Let Smolder keep scaling. Keep waiting for WTF to make mistakes.
Yep. Plus, you got potential Dragon Soul on your side in 3 minutes as well, so time is on your side.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
Soldiers, onward!
I almost prefer. I'm going to be crazy here, alright? I know you're going to flame me for it, but I'm going to say it. I almost prefer this Ornn side laning. Because the Rumble cannot match him, so they have to send someone else. I don't think the Galio can match him either. Like,
I think it's fine as long as you don't get sucked into a fight while he's not there. But yeah, in general, you generally don't want to be split pushing on Ornn, which was your point. But sometimes, you know, League is a game with so many variables.
But like, what are we getting here? There's 3 of us sitting in the mid lane with no minions behind the tower. Like, you're against the Smolder. They've got Soul coming up. Like, you have to get an advantage somewhere.
Yep.
I guess we're just hoping that we're gonna pick someone and win a fight and take Baron. Oh yeah, here they go. They're looking for Rumble here. They're pinging it. They're going. Rumble is hitting their back. Is he gonna get there in time? Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh no, he's not. He's not gonna do it. He canceled the back.
I don't think it was gonna be in time either way.
I don't think it was either, but it
But
definitely isn't if he cancels it.
Yep.
And PPP will take mid T1 and start pushing on T2. Azir is there to stop them.
They should dive this Azir right now, to be honest.
Yeah, while he's alone, and they're looking for it.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Nice little juke of the Shurima shuffle by Pyro.
The Shurima did not shuffle, and they will now get to collapse.
WTF.
This is an insane Baron call.
But this is an insane Baron call. Oh,
you just got Otacon Smite stolen from you. You're gonna chunk yourself on Baron.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Fantastic Jarvan ulti manages to trap 2 players in there, and Azir's coming from the side, but he doesn't have the Shurima shuffle left, so that's his big play down. And Kai'Sa's doing a lot of damage here on the back, but is it going to be enough to actually win the fight for WTF?
The second someone gets on this Kai'Sa, this is over, though.
Yeah, gets hit by the...
come on. Come on. There it is.
Yeah, gets hit by the AoE.
Oh, no, not the Zanyas.
Oh, no.
Kai'Sa definitely extended that fight for an extra 1 second, so...
Yep.
It was worth it.
I know the impulse, though. It's like, I can survive for another couple seconds by pressing Zanyas, and it's like... And?
Yeah, I'm gonna just say it. That was
one
of the most
crazy
insane Baron calls I've ever seen in my life.
Maybe they thought that they were going to commit way harder to the Azir dive, but they did not.
Yeah,
they baited out the ulti and then immediately turned around and headed to Baron, so...
I mean, you gotta be thinking, like, oh, we have a Kai'Sa, she's very fed, like, we'll kill this Baron so quickly, but not that quickly, dude. Like,
Yep, not that quickly. And PPP takes the gold lead back. Now the potential Dragon Soul is here, and I don't know if you could feasibly contest this if you're WTF, especially with Kai'Sa being late.
In front of the pink. Kai'Sa's not there. Yeah, it looks like PPP is just baiting this. They're just waiting for the Vi to go in. There it is.
Kai'Sa coming in from the
Big
side, able to
Kai'Sa
hold on the back line.
Oh no! Oh, Kai'Sa cleans everyone.
Yep.
Pyro does secure the soul. Nice, good play.
But they're gonna end up losing
Team Mas running out on the side so that he can keep them from completely losing the game.
Yep.
Oh, does Pyro get out here too?
Sure looks like it.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Well played by Pyro there. Great discipline to stay on the dragon and secure the soul. Like, as soon as that Kai'Sa goes in, you know that you just lost this fight.
Yeah, as soon as Kai'Sa gets on your Smolder and one-shots him, it's like, okay, you have to salvage the situation. And thankfully, because 2 of them are able to survive, they should be able to stop this push here. So in the end, that's a worthwhile trade, even though you lost the fight overall.
Yeah, and they have the Baron here.
Whoa!
Okay.
I mean, they're going for the Kai'Sa. Nice Zanyas, but in the end, I don't think it's going to matter.
The CC chain, yep. Okay, fair enough.
I didn't like the play, but I guess I didn't realize Galio still had ulti, so fair enough. And clearly, WTF did not realize that Galio had still ulti either, because they
were really not planning on that one.
Not prepared for that play. That's going to be a triple kill for Pyro.
They still have Baron. Rumble, I think, just TP'd to his death. Let's go check on Rumble. Okay, no, he's walking out. He's fine. Okay. Yeah, wild game.
Yep.
Vi pinging the Elder, saying, hey, we're just going to stall out. We're going to get Elder.
It is a plan.
It is a plan. I mean, they still have the ability to do it. You saw that Kaisa
Yep.
just absolutely cook that backline.
I didn't
but
like the Kaisa flank at first, but once I saw she was able to get right on the back line during all the distraction, they had no idea she was back there. It was way too late.
While Pyro and Galio were focused on engaging the Vi to secure the objective, which is the right call and totally understandable, but really great heads-up play by the Kaisa, though, recognizing that their primary CC sources were distracted and not looking at her, and she had the opportunity to do that.
Yep.
Ooh, we might get a little engaged here. No, we're all gonna play safe. We've recognized we've coin flipped this game enough times. We're gonna stall it out.
I do find that this Kaisa build interesting. Maybe a little too defensive, going Zanya's and GA. I feel like you're
Zanya's GA and Terminus feels like a lot of defensive options. I get that Terminus is also offensive in a way too, but
I feel like you might be hurting your DPS late game just a little bit too much by going this defensive. And if you are going to go this defensive, get rid of these Berserker Creeps and go for Merc Treads, you know? But anyway, TLC's going to go ahead and get some TLC from the enemy team there.
These solo Seraphine ultis are just killing me, dude. Even when they work, it's just like, what's happening?
Right? He's just going for it. Yeah, are they going to try to go for the end here? There's no way, right?
I think they just take this one inhib and then they rotate to top lane.
Yeah.
Get some more gold, take another tower down.
I see you.
Yep.
Baron is our next objective on the map. But would like to also see...
Yeah, they need to not be hugging this wall. Jarvan could easily engage over that. I really don't like how close they're playing to their team while down a player. Just back up. You're not going to fight here. I mean, apparently you are, but the orb's going to come in and it's going to hit Smolder, but really no follow-up on it, and I don't know what WTF is doing
just
right
waiting
now.
to re-engage. Oh, they're...
Yep.
Looks like they are throwing the game.
Yeah, I
was a betting man.
Feels like a desperation play, but...
Big shuffle, but no follow-up.
Yep.
There goes Snark. Oh, no! Seraphine ult. Catalyst, I'm sorry. You've done some great things. You've done some great things. I have a professional disagreement with how you utilize your R button.
And that should be game one here. This was an insanely forced play. Like, you're down.
Yeah.
You're down Azir. They're not that. I mean, if you were gonna do it, you would have done it when they were right here, not when they were like backing off already. Like the Azir, or only one person who there was no follow up on. At that point, you bail. But they kind of just went all out for it, and they paid the price.
Hey, to be fair, that Ornn ult did hit the Smolder. He was just 3 screens away.
Exactly. See, you know.
But it hit him. It did hit him.
It did hit him.
That counts.
All right, so that will be game one over for PPP. Very close back and forth game. Fun to watch. It really could have gone either way. I think just, you know, some bad decisions from WTF ultimately sunk their ship. So,
yeah, I really was not expecting that to flip back to PPP, though. I mean, WTF had some really great plays around that, 12, 13-minute mark and took a pretty decisive lead that I did not think that they were going to give back, but
nope.
Happens.
Great playmaking. I mean, that's the Pyro experience. Like, he's not going to stop trying to make plays. He's just going to keep doing it. And usually he'll start getting some eventually. So,
indeed. He definitely got some eventually.
As
soon as they started to get their focus on that Kaisa correctly, they brought it right back.
Yep. All right, so we'll give PPP their 1-0, and we got the game true draft here. Let me change my overlay. Fortunately, it's not perfectly centered, which is annoying, but we can see the fearless bands in case you forgot what champions were in last game. Who is friend requesting me? Muffin Man. I could have sworn I was friends with Muffin Man already, but I guess not. We're just waiting on the teams to get going for the draft here for game 2. You go ahead and grab a drink from the fridge real quick. I'll be right back. All right, and here we go. Here, let me hold on a second. There we go. It appears Fusaro has left us for the moment, but that's okay. I'm sure he'll be back. Can we make bets on who will win? I know there's a way to do it in the Twitch chat, but I don't know it. So
I'm just chomping on ice over here, so I was doing it quietly.
It's all good. Look like we're going to see a lot of support bands here for game 2 as well. Going straight for the Zeri Yumi for WTF, so their strategy is pretty clear.
Oh man. Oh man. Between the sitting in the bush and the drafting Yumi in beer league.
Right, WTF, they're doubling down on the degenerate from their name to their
Yeah.
gameplay. They're out and proud. And Jinx Nautilus, a classic bot lane combo for Beer League. And that's going to be Talia for PPP, presumably for Pyroan. I know Talia is one of his big picks. Maybe, is Talia jungle still a thing?
It's playable. I don't know that it's good like it used to be, but it's definitely playable. And Talia has some really phenomenal playmaking ability, so
True.
I don't hate it.
Every time
Pyro
I play
plays
against the Talia
weird
jungle,
stuff.
I underestimate its ability to gank me. Like that little knockback thing reaches a lot farther than you think it would.
Yeah.
And I just die to it. And I'm just like, fuck, I had to flash that, I guess. And my
And the
old man
speed boost
reflexes
close
can't
to
flip.
walls is
Yep.
really nice for early ganks.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, this is an OG Nidalee player. He plays the weird stuff, you know?
That is true. Mr. H saying that Nautilus is a jungle too. If Pyro is playing Nautilus jungle, I will be very surprised. One, I just don't think it's very good. Every time I see it, it loses, it seems like. And two, it's just not really Pyro style. He likes having CC, but he also likes having enough damage to do stuff when he goes in, like with the Jarvan. So I'll be shocked if this is a Nautilus jungle.
So you're saying there's a
not
chance.
jungling. Thank you, Vixperion. I appreciate that. I've seen Seaman Amas attempt Talia. Let's hope it's a Talia jungle. That's tough. That is tough. And that's one of his teammates in the lower league, so I guess he wouldn't know what he's talking about. And WTF seems to believe that it is not Talia jungle because they are banning more junglers. So I guess we'll see.
That's a choice. That's a thing you can do.
Yep.
I'm curious who else on PPP would play Talia.
Well,
Simino Mas.
that's what we're just talking about. Yeah, Seaman Moss has played it some, but Anixiu in chat does not believe in it. So, so we shall see.
I don't think Simino Mas is a Talia gamer.
No.
At least I've never seen it, but who's to say?
Who's to say? We do see some weird stuff in Beer League. I'm still sad that that series with us versus CR never got casted because people to get to see the wild singed bot lane comp in action or whatever crazy full melee comp they had going on. That was a good time. Fun series, but alas. AD mid feels like a trap in this meta. You know, I actually think AD mids are underutilized in Beer League, and I think it's actually kind of getting teams punished by that Galio a lot, because you could just kind of blind pick Galio in Beer League and not be worried about AD mids, because nobody plays AD mids in Beer League, really. So, but with how often people like to do like mages bot and stuff, I think there's definitely room for AD mids to be played. But a lot of the AD champs are weird, so it's basically just Yasuo, right? That's the one main one that's actually good. And it's going to be the Morgana locking for PPP. So I'm guessing that's the Morgana mid, in which case my influence is finally spread. We have seen that in Beer League a few times already this season. Trundle definitely should have gotten the win in the 1v1 with Darius last year's cinematic. I agree with that. Giving Darius the win barehanded against Trundle, that is so insulting. Like, that is just... That was gross. Like, that's Noxus propaganda, what that video was. Like, the real events were probably, like, Darius calls in his cadre of minions to help him out. But, you know, they edited him out to make it look like Darius beat Trundle 1v1. And yeah, it's going to be Cho'Gath final pick here for WTF. So it'll be, I guess, Trundle jungle and Cho'Gath top versus the Urgot.
Yeah, which I actually like a lot. WTF has a very favorable matchup in the top lane, and they need to, use it to great impact. And I think I see the Ornn as a potential, but I think Cho'Gath has more ability to kind of run the game.
Yeah.
And I think WTF needs to lean into that.
And I know no one here is going to be shocked, but I do like the Morgana pick here. I do think it goes well. Reset champs go well with Morgana because you help them get that first kill with the CC and the Black Shield, and they just kind of go crazy when the team fight for you. And Jinx definitely qualifies as that, and it helps. Obviously,
I don't
helps
know.
get the
I've
creeps
never
as well.
seen anyone go very far on Morgana.
That's
so.
true, especially mid lane. Like, come on, who plays that?
Yeah, disgusting. Could never happen.
But yeah, it's I do like it a lot. I will say though that Hui, if the Hui knows what he's doing, this is a very, very rough matchup in lane. And whether or not Hui will realize just how much of an advantage he has early and push it, we'll see. But Morgana's pre-level 6 is really, really bad. So any mage that's like strong early that can just auto and pressure a lot, Morgana just has to like farm with W. That's all you can do. So we'll see if that's what he decides to do. I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't. A lot of Masters players I play against still don't do that, and they should know better. But delete Morgana. All right, hold on. Got to time out Zoar here real quick. Hold on.
Nice.
There you go. Let's go ahead and give you...
You're going to go in the dark room for a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Let's give you a little bit of a timeout here. We'll go ahead and time you out once the game starts.
Never say anything bad about Morgana again.
Mr.
Right?
H, bro, I can't. I'm gonna have to ban all of fucking Twitch chat. We're gonna have an I up Spartacus moment here. Delete Morgana players. Oh my god, Mr. H, no! Don't make me do it. I've already shown I'll abuse my power. Here, we'll go ahead and untime out Zoar. There we go. There we go. Here, hold on. I don't have to delete. I don't have to ban him, but I can do that. So there we go. Problem solved. Morgana is my favorite succubus. Thank you, Mercenary Wolf. She's not a succubus, but I appreciate the sentiment.
In his mind, she definitely is.
Oh, definitely. The no skill shot charm works on me every time. So There we go. I've cleaned up the chat of the filth, so we're good. Mine's your mom. Got him. True. Not gonna lie though, now that I feel bittersweet seeing other people finally play my main because it's cool that other people are finally realizing that it has potential, but it also means that Riot's gonna start looking at
Yep.
it. And
Now you know the tech is out there, dude.
the tech is out there, and it's been picked in pro play a few times, and I've seen way too many "Oh my God, Morgana's so OP" comments in the post game threads. So
Oh man,
it might
you're
be getting
cooked.
nerfed eventually. So we'll
I know
see.
who's falling out of Masters. Holy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's tough. It's tough. I've actually gotten it stolen from me a couple times because people are just actually picking it now. I'm like, what the fuck?
And you're like, what kind of idiot would play Morgana mid? What is this?
Exactly. And when I have to play against it, I'm like, oh my god, no wonder people hate this garbage. You get hit by one Q, I'm out of the
True.
team fight. Like, dude, fuck this. And I've already kind of talked about what kind of comps are good against Morgana mid or Morgana anything before, but any
Not
sort of
much.
like range heavy comps that with auto attacks, especially like crit, Morgana kind of relies on the ult to like kite people out. But if you just have auto range that's as big as the ult range, you just kill her, right? And if you're mobile and ranged, you can't ever really land anything on them, and you just get DPS down really easily. So like Kaisa and Tristana and shit. But like multi ADC comps are actually really bad for Morgana, but you don't see those very often, especially in Beer League. So
Definitely not in the beer league.
mm,
Everybody's too focused on playing lame stuff like tanks, you know? For
that's
us.
true. There are a
I would
lot of
never.
gross tanks in Beer
I would
League.
never
That is
do that.
100% accurate. I know Vixperion has complained that all the cringe tanks people pick. So it's like, sorry, you don't get to have happy Vex fun time against a team full of squishies. Not that he gets to play it anyway. Poor Vix has gotten target banned every single game so far. So
But I bet that really feeds the ego, you know?
oh, definitely. Then we play some solo queue games and it knocks his ego back down a little bit. But
uh,
you know, he's been getting better. He has when he first joined the team, he hadn't played League in a while, and it showed. And he was very rusty and kind of
wow.
out of
Just
practice. So
drag this man in
I'm
a
not.
public setting.
Hey, listen,
Holy.
I gotta finish the sentence. See, like he was really struggling at first, but he's gotten a lot better as we've been grinding out the.
Yeah, no, I also like talking about how my teammates used to be dog shit, but now they only kind of suck. So I'm with you.
Fair
I think
enough.
somebody better time this guy out for a little bit. Holy.
Time out the caster. Nope, sorry, I have the power. You can't time me out. Can you imagine if you could time out the caster? That was like a viewer reward you could turn in. You just mute the cat or mute
Ooh.
the streamer for like a minute.
Yeah, I'd sign up for that. That sounds pretty good.
He's talking about Sunfire Cape again. Pull out the mute.
Yeah. That's a valid response, I would say.
Yep. That would be hilarious. You know, Nectarish, I think a lot of people just kind of like the comfort of a tank pick, you know, because it's kind of like you can trust your team to pick decent comps in beer league most of the time, so picking tanks doesn't feel as bad, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas in solo queue, picking tanks, it's like, well, if my team's dog shit, then we just lose. So
Or you take my approach, which is I know I'm gonna do some real dumb shit, so I might as well be on something that's gonna live long enough for my team to get there too.
exactly. See, it's accident forgiveness.
Yep.
The problem is that if you get too used to playing like that, and then you go back to a regular champion, you have to like readjust.
Yeah, and you just get dog walked down the street. Yeah,
Yeah, I
been
know it.
there.
I know if I play Mundo for too long, and then I try to go back to a regular champ, like, oh right, I'm not invincible for 10 seconds and immune to CC all the
Yeah.
time. Oops. Like,
You know, life is a resource, and I plan to use it.
exa- not even a joke. Health bars are a resource. Okay. All right. Do I get to flame Tyler's Morgana build though? Does he have the right runes? Yes, he does. Good man. Except he has Scorch. Shouldn't have Scorch. But other than that, the runes are good. Morgana's early game is so trash, Scorch makes no difference. But other than that, it is good.
Seconds until minions spawn.
And Zeri and Yumi diligently guarding the bot lane tower. Thank goodness.
You gotta love to see that.
Yep, definitely, especially in these organized games where they should know better. Luckily, it doesn't seem like PPP is really going to do anything about it. Well, actually, maybe I spoke too soon. They're going in.
They're going in, and they are going hard.
And they immediately turn around and leave.
All right, so they're not going that hard. Hard is relative.
Yeah, very, very relative. Alright, here we go. Django's gonna start on opposite sides of the map. I'm actually interested to see how good this Talia clear is. I noticed that he prepped the ground before the camp spawn so that he would have the quicker Q, because it has a much shorter cooldown. And I guess that makes the first camp go a lot faster, which is probably smart. Because if you use Q on worked ground, the cooldown's way shorter. So even though it does less damage, it comes right back up again. So that's how you know Pyrone's played this before.
Yeah, if you see Pyro do it, it's probably smart. It's a pretty good bet.
Yep. Except for some of his level 3 ganks. I don't know about some of those, but
you know, smart is relative.
right? I mean, if it works, it wasn't stupid, right? But
yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna be the level 2 engage here on the Zeri. She should be fine, however. Kind of interested to not see cleanse on the Zeri against, like Nautilus and Morgana and stuff, but maybe he's like, I'll just dodge everything, don't worry about it. Or he'd rather just have the barrier, I guess. But speaking of the level 3 ganks by Pyro, and here it is. But now Trundle is here as well. Do they actually have the damage to finish off the Hui? No, they do not.
No
and now
way.
Pyroan's gonna get turned on here.
But this is...
Ooh.
Oh my gosh! And a huge chomp!
Yep. Can Trundle finish?
Oh, and Morgana has no damage!
Yep, Morgana has no
no
damage, yep. That's the problem with playing around Morgana early. If you gotta bring the damage yourself, because she doesn't have any until level 6.
That did not look good for, honestly, anyone. That looked bad for everyone there.
Honestly, props to Hero Stratos for realizing that Pyro was probably going to try like a level 3 cheese gank.
Yeah.
And just being in the area so that he could counter gank. 'Cause I think that gank would have worked if Trundle hadn't showed up. But the moment he was there, it just goes south.
Yeah, very good counter gank. Good play. Worked out.
Close. I was having a bit of a discussion / argument with somebody about directed camera last stream, and they said that the reason that directed camera is able to like follow the action as well as it does is because since we're playing with delay, it actually knows what's coming up before the viewers do. So it'll like do
Oh.
weird cuts that don't make sense unless you know what's happening. So like it'll
Yeah, I
like
could see that.
it'll like be watching a play where nothing's seemingly happening, then suddenly a fight breaks out, even though there's something happening on the other part of the map that you would think
Yeah.
you would look at, and it's like, oh, it knows that an all-in's about to break out here because there's a 3-minute spectator delay, right? So the
Yeah,
director
makes
camera
sense.
knows, and it's just like,
Well,
I've never
we know
thought
that
about
they
that
have
before.
they
Yeah.
have the tech where they capture when, you know, people die and when objectives get taken and stuff like that. So it makes sense.
Yeah, I never thought about that before, but it does make sense that they would be able to move the camera based off stuff that we can't see yet. So, fair enough. We're not confirming that, by the way. That's not a confirmed feature of replay. It's just kind of or of the spectate. It's just like a suspicion that it would make sense if it could do that. And it seems like
Someone
it is doing that
thinks
sometimes.
it's the case. That doesn't mean it's the case.
Yep. But it's an
But
interesting
it also doesn't
theory.
mean it's not the case.
Yep. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that Riot's had features in the game that they don't tell people about. Like, Riot says that the getting reported by a lot of people in the game doesn't matter in terms of whether or not like the reports are valid, but it very clearly does. Like, if you get reported by one guy who's salting your team, nothing will happen. But if you get reported by like 7 people, the game will treat that as legit, even if just because it's like, oh, why would the else would 7 people report them? You know? Like, Riot lies about how their systems work all the time because people would abuse them if they knew how they actually worked. So, never been
That's,
confirmed by Riot, but, you know, it's
Similar to how Beer League runs.
exactly, see? Exactly, see? Yeah, I was on Team STSD. I know what it looks like behind the curtain. I know the secrets that lie within.
You don't want to know how the sausage is made, all right?
And really well played by Hui to dodge enough abilities to escape this gank without even having to really. I guess he didn't have flash, so he needed to do that. And he did a good job. If he had gotten hit by maybe one more skill shot, that Urgot would have probably killed him. So,
And how mad do you think he is about all the attention he's getting so far?
right? This is not the kind of TLC he signed up for. He does appreciate the counter gank from the Trundle though, so that was the good kind of TLC.
Yeah, and Trundle's gonna sit here and hold the wave for him now. Getting lots of love
Yep.
from his jungler. Hope he's sharing some of that love back.
Yeah, right.
Like when I go to do that in a game and I get spam pinged and told to, you know, off myself several times, and you're like, hey, I was actually holding the wave to help you out, but sounds good, bud.
Yeah, I've been telling you to turn off chat for years, bro. Like jungling with
No.
chat on is just ugh. Nope.
It fuels me. I need it to survive.
Is that what we're calling it? Surviving?
You know? we all have what's important to us in life. This is mine.
No, fair enough. Going for a bit of an all-in here with the Cho'Gath. I'm noticing he has the grasp rather than the standard Hail Blades, which I guess you kind of can proc it in this matchup. At least kind of melee.
Oh, we're gonna get a
Oh.
big gank here, maybe?
Yep, Pyro's gonna go ahead
A
and
very
get behind.
split engage here.
Yep, and Pyro needs to. Oh, okay, nice ulti.
Oh
Pyro.
yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
I think he needed to do that too. If that fight had kept going on, I think he probably could have 1v1 the Talia there. So.
Yeah, agreed. I forgot how Urgot works for a second there.
Yep.
I was thinking this is doomed, and then you know, he just executed him.
Yep.
Oh, and here comes the Trundle. But he's
Ooh,
oh,
flash
the
is on the
flash
Talia,
engage.
but covered by the Morgana. However,
Yeah,
she's
but now the Morgana's gonna get jumped on. She
They-
flashes out. They have vision on this TP. And everyone, it appears, is gonna be content to just walk away and say, no, this is fine.
Do you know why Muffin Man plays top instead of jungle?
Why?
It's because everyone knows exactly where he lives. He'd be a terrible jungler.
What?
Have you not heard the song?
What song?
The Muffin Man song?
No, I didn't know there was such a thing.
You don't know the Muffin Man? And that he lives on Drury Lane? Come on, bro.
Why does that? How's that relevant to jungling? What?
He knows where he is. He lives on Drury Lane. He'd be a terrible jungler because they always know where he is. Drury Lane.
That doesn't mean he's there 24/7. You can go somewhere else.
Okay.
I live in my house. I still go to work every day. Jesus. You're really working for this one. You're grasping. You're forcing a play that doesn't exist.
All right, fine. Of course, a huge team fight breaks out while we're in the middle of my terrible joke. So let's go ahead and back up and actually see this play. Oh my god. Alright, so yeah, it's Pyro kind of gets caught here again. Nice Trundle Pillar. Good counter engage though by the Talia. And yeah, I feel like we just did this play earlier in the river. And they're gonna go ahead and move right onto the Grub, which is definitely a mistake. Because they are pretty chunky. Morgana's gonna go in. Nice fear by the Hwei to knock themselves out of the Morgana range. And now everyone's just gonna bail on it for now. Nope, just kidding. PPP says it's our turn to try to force these grubs. And can they get in here? No, they cannot. So it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade. Ooh, the Talia W misses, and now Hwei or Trundle's going in. He gets a big heal from Talia going down, so he shows he's going to survive for the moment. Sees an opponent. And now, ooh, nice snipe over the wall by Muffet Man to take down Trundle, and then he's going to turn on them as well. Can they escape? Can they finish him off? Muffet Man's going for it. Nautilus roams up and finishes off the Cho'Gath. And Hwei says, fuck this, I'm out of here. And that ends up being a 2-for-1 grub in favor of WTF. But I think the overall fight, PPP kind of came out a little bit ahead. There was multiple layers to that team fight right there. Back and forth, just keep coming and coming.
Yeah, this is a pretty banging series overall. Like, there's a lot going on. A lot to unpack.
I don't know. I'm looking at Twitch chat. They didn't think the joke was that bad. So maybe maybe it's not my fault this time. We'll see. But,
I don't know. Maybe I just hold a high bar here, huh?
I guess. Ooh, and initial nice flank here by Zeri, but not so nice getting caught by the Nautilus. And now the Jinx is excited. Ooh, very nice pillar to stall for a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. And Trundle's going to go down now. Yumi's going to go down, and that's going to be first dragon here over for PPP. Very late first dragon. If they picked a fighter that always ends up being low econ, they'd end up live way longer, do way more damage. Yeah, I think there have definitely been times in this game where Pyro would have been better on like a Xin Zhao or something, but, you know, I guess he'd like the Talia, and it hasn't been terrible so far. If anything,
I mean, I would say the Xin Zhao was banned, but he picked Talia before that happened, so...
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it would have been better.
Use that as a reason.
It would have probably been better if he had like a mid lane that was a bit of a better fighter early, like an Akali or something. But obviously they went for the double CC with the Morgana, and that will pay dividends as the game goes on. But for early on, yeah, the dueling power is just really not there. So, but despite all of that, they're still ahead early. So you know, Zeri doing some interesting things here on the tower, and putting emphasis on int. She's gonna go ahead and go down. go down to Talia. Yeah, big gold lead here for Pyro.
Emphasis on the end.
Emphasis on the end.
Incredible.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that the English language just happens to work like that for that easy joke.
Yeah.
So thank you, English language. You had it all planned out just for that. So now we're happy plate time for the Jinx as well.
Yeah, that always feels nice.
Yeah. Should be able to get 3 plates here by the looks of it. I don't know why she's so terrified of this lone Yumi, though. Ends up getting the plate, though, so it's all good. Meanwhile, I got a gank come up here on Muffet Man in the top lane. Can they get enough CC on him to finish him off? Here comes the Cho'Gath Q.
Ooh,
Is that going to be enough damage for the Munch to come in? And it will.
Yeah.
Yep, it's going to be a shutdown and a Munch for Cho'Gath. So that's going to change the fortunes of top lane quite a bit. Frozen Heart Rush on the Cho'Gath. That is some old school tech right here. I don't necessarily disagree with it, but...
I don't hate it against the Urgot.
Actually, does it? I don't think it works against Urgot W, does it? I don't think you can slow his attack speed while he's doing W, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. I'm not an Urgot gamer.
I'm not either, but
Urgot's too weird for me. Not my jam.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, the armor and the CDR on the mana is nice, but the only person that's really doing anything against is the Jinx, which, I mean, that's important, but probably could have waited a little bit before building the Frozen Heart. But that's okay. He's actually doing well so far. He's up 1,000 gold, so, you know, maybe Scott Pilgrim knows the tech. We don't.
I honestly, though, I also just think that Cho'Gath seems really good into Urgot, because as soon as Urgot hits that W and he's slowed, those Qs get so easy to hit. And
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a fixed attack speed, works on reduced damage for each attack. Really? Okay. So it'll reduce the W damage, but not lower the attack speed. That's a weird interaction, but I guess that's a Riot way of handling that.
whatever works, you know?
Pyroan poking around the enemy jungle here, and now a gank coming down here in the bot lane. Nice pillar, but not quite nice enough, and now they're actually get turned on. Zerial's going to come in. They need to be careful. Jinx cutting from the wrong direction away from the tower. Nice Nautilus ulted to buy time, I think. Are they going to be okay here? They're going to keep going.
Good block by that Nautilus.
Yep.
Intercepting that slow so the Jinx can keep getting out. That was actually
Very
very small and a very good play.
Well played by Callus Tau there, covering for his ADC.
Yeah. Hey, I'm liking the Nautilus more than the Seraphine ults, alright?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can only ult one target on Nautilus ults anyway, so you just gotta let it rip.
Yep.
I mean, you can hit more than one,
I mean,
kinda,
yeah,
but...
you hit other people to knock them up. It still counts.
That's true, that's true. It's a very weird situation where you get to do that, though, because it's, like, targeted. It's not that long range, so they have to be, like, lined up and you ult someone in the back. It doesn't come up often, but...
But when it does...
WTF is going to go ahead and move here on the on the Rift Herald. No feats of strength yet, by the looks of it. Yeah, no feats of strength here yet. This will be yeah, no, it might be a while, because anyone getting first tower here yet? Gank here in the bot lane. Actually, this probably will be first tower here for PPP. Yeah, I don't see any way it isn't. That should, I believe that's feats of strength for them, but we'll see. I forgot who got the 3 kills one. We're about to find out. No, it is not. Okay, so it will come down to whoever gets the Monster Slayer one then. So whoever gets this next dragon. Do the teams realize that it comes down to whoever gets this dragon, though? Because a lot of times people aren't really paying attention. PPP knows. They're moving for it. They're ready to go. And I think they're just gonna, I think WTF just has to give it. Hui trying to be a hero here to get into position, but you don't get to do that. So that will be Chemtech Dragon, and that's still not feats of strength. Am I stupid? Oh, because they only got 1 grub, so that's only 2. Okay, so it's not.
Oh no.
Okay, so it's 2-2 for the objective, and whoever gets the next dragon, I guess. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath goes ahead and gets a solo kill on Urgot in the top lane. And yeah, I think Cho'Gath just gets tanking up with HP that Urgot's really not that good against. I mean, look at that. Like, everything goes right here for this play for Urgot, and it's still not enough.
Yeah.
It's just too tanky.
That's the magic of Cho'Gath right there.
Yep.
That's why I don't play top lane, dude. There's
No,
too much
don't
just...
get oh, okay. Oh, okay, I thought he was leaving the tower. He just accidentally took tower. Okay, I'm like, get the gold. Man, this is like 2.5 kills worth of gold. There we go. Now, huge lead for Cho'Gath in the top lane. So far, Pyrone's going to go ahead and try to catch him. And yeah, he should be able to. If Cho'Gath had ult, he might be able to turn this, but no. He will not. Oh, that was actually that was actually still kind of spicy. He still got up to half health. I didn't really hit him at all. Do you know we had a beer league game earlier this season that I casted where we had both Elder Dragon and Baron go down before Otacon? It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Because we got a really fast Dragon Soul, and then we got Elder, and then we got Baron, and then after all of that, they were like, all right, I guess we'll take Otacon too. So it was like a 31-minute Otacon. because it was just chilling there for 11 minutes. I've never seen that happen before. But, ooh. The WTF or PPP bot lane too far up here gets flanked on by the Hui and the Trundle. Ooh, and now Hui at level 2 horror has to blow Flash or to escape. And ends up being a nice catch on the Jinx. Very interesting Jinx build here. Is this what you're supposed to go on Jinx? Is that what people are doing now? Crack it into Runons.
I don't think Runons would be standard as a second item, but I think just because they're trying to play for team fights, they think it's going to be better here.
I know a lot of people, they go Runon second because you can instantly stack your minigun Q attack speed.
Oh, look at that.
Hits. Ooh, nice flash by Simino Mas to keep the ult tether range in, and
Just
that's going to be a kill.
A testament to how toxic all of those champions are. Talia did 80% of Zeri's health from over the wall without being seen. Ate the Morgana Q ult puddle. Yumi full healed her anyway through all the damage.
Now Cho'Gath's here to try to get some return kills, but he's going to be held at bay here. Does not have Merc Treads yet, so he's just going to get kited.
In a circle. Oh
like
no.
Crazy. Yep, and then here comes the reset here for Jubilee. And yeah, he is big, but unfortunately that kind of works against him here because he eats all the CC.
And again, like, I see it more on the Ornn play, right? On Ornn, you want to get the big ult, you want to get the big team fight, cool. But, like, you know that your laner cannot match you. You're a Cho'Gath.
Yep.
Go sit in the other lane and push, and make them send 2 people to fight you all day so that your team has numbers advantage. Like, I really dislike...
Yeah. Ooh. He's gonna barely survive.
Oh, Trundle's just barely gonna live thanks to his ult, yeah.
And then, wait, hold on. Missed the Hui triple here while we were watching the Trundle, and meanwhile Hui is the ulti combo. Oh my god, all those ult passive
everyone
procs.
walked into it!
Oh no! Huge
and they
play.
literally just walked into it, every single one of them.
They got hit by like 4. All of those Hui passive proc can proc other Hui passive proc. So if you all stand on top of each other like that, I mean, you saw the whole team basically died instantly as soon as they all stood on top of each other like that. So, you know, if you thought Brand was bad,
they ran on top of each other.
Yep, I think they were so worried about what was happening in front of them, they just kind of, they stood on top of each other.
No.
Huge turnaround by WTF. They're gonna go ahead and get all those
what
kills.
you want.
And Otacon, so now they have grab a nice 2K gold lead here. Yeah, huge play by the Hui. I think that, you know what? I think PPP made the same mistake we did.
Does that count as huge play by the Hui? Or does that count as
listen, okay, listen. Okay, they made the same mistake we did when we were casting, which is that we were so focused on the Trundle that we didn't see what the Hui was doing. And by the time we realized what Hui was doing, it was way too late, and they were all trapped in the play. So, like, yeah, I mean, they kind of made the play. They reacted the way they needed to for that play to happen, but Hui still has to be there, and he has to still land the abilities, you know? Like, it's not, you know, half of making a play is being there to make the play. So
I suppose, yeah, I'm with you.
So, I mean, there's a lot of really mechanically good League players out there that are in the wrong place all the time, and they're hard stuck in plat or whatever, even though they have diamond level mechanics because they're fucking dumb and don't know where don't have a map. They play with their minimap off. But anyway, enough limiting them. Trundle's gonna go ahead and get engaged on here, but he's pretty tanky after after ulting the Nautilus. And now Morgana's go ahead and go in to land the stun on the Cho'Gath, but he's really tanky as well. And now Hui is pumping out the damage once again. And the Zeri comes in as well, and this is gonna be looks like another wipe here, although maybe they can kind of don't get Jinx some resets, they can turn this. Zeri's gonna go ahead and go on the angle, go on Pyroan. And Cho'Gath is now on the Jinx. She's getting her attack speed slowed by the Frozen Heart. And able to take her down, and Zeri's going to survive, and they're going to chase down Pyro, and he's going to go ahead and ulti and escape.
Oh, come on, Pyro. Steal it. I know you want to. Get in there.
I don't think there's
in there.
I don't think there's any way he could realistically get in there.
Oh, you're not a believer like I am.
Yeah, a lot of it looked good to start for PPP, but all of their CC was going on Trundle and Cho'Gath, which is really not where you want it. They're both really tanky. They both got Merc Treads. You know, if they're those two strong carries are able to just keep firing away while they're frontline tanks, they're going to win. So It looked good, but not good enough, I'm afraid. And yeah, about 4K gold lead here for WTF now. They're in a great spot. I would like to see WTF starting to get these boots upgraded. It's phenomenal value for 500 gold. Make sure you're remembering to get those. Obviously, prioritize a completed item over that, but if you just got, 600, 700 gold in your inventory, just upgrade the boots. But yeah, other than that, they're doing a great job. So far, another, strong early game by PPP, but WTF making plays and coming back. And they really need Jinx to get this Infinity Edge here, just so she can start putting out enough DPS to carry these team fights, because the rest of the DPS on Team PPP is definitely lacking. They need Jinx to start killing these tanky boys.
I mean, she's got the setup. She's on her way. She's just not quite as far along as the Zeri. And she doesn't have a cat sitting on her shoulder, so...
Yeah, that I have to say it's so frustrating when you're playing like a carry champion, and you have to compete with whoever the enemy carry champion that's like just as fit as you are, plus they have a Yumi, and it's like, I just have to hope to God my team makes enough plays to negate that. And
I mean... Regardless of how you feel about anyone in this game, or how they're playing, or who's getting more objectives, or who has the better draft, the one thing I know for certain that we can all agree on is whoever locked in Yumi deserves to lose.
No, I agree. Sorry, Lelouch, it's true, but I mean, Zeri, Yumi, I mean, come on, have some shame. But you know what's better than having shame? Winning games. So we'll see if it works out for him. Seems to be going pretty well so far. And you know what? I have always said one thing about League of Legends, is that yes, Yumi is very unfair, but you know who complains about stuff being unfair? Fucking losers. Sam, only losers play fair. If your champion doesn't do bullshit things that make people complain about it, your champion sucks. Simple as.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody likes my man Udyr either, but I think he's such a fair champion, so I don't know what the deal is.
Your champ isn't busted in some way, your champion is garbage. It's just the truth. There's so many BS champs in League, now you just gotta out-BS them. Meanwhile, they're going for an engage on the Nautilus here. Nice wall by Taliyah. They kind of pinned in the jungle here, able to squeak by just a little bit, but Trundle is going to go down, and now Jinx is going to run down, but Zeri going back a little bit farther. They need to keep going, because if they catch up to him, they will kill him. Ooh, and the Hui is here.
Oh, no.
That should.
Oh, no.
Will that kill? No, not quite enough, and now the retreat is on. Ooh. I would have flashed that, if I'm being honest. I would have flashed that if I was Hui. I did not trust that wouldn't hit. But in the end, it does not, and he's okay.
They also got the Jinx flash there, though, which is...
Yep, Jinx is, or Cho is, TPing behind, which is an interesting play. I'm not really a fan of Zeri leading the charge here, but he does have Cho'Gath covering. Just needs to be careful not to get collapsed from the angle, and now Hui's going to go here on the side, and now here comes the... Ooh, double flashes from both players there. Now Cho's kind of stuck in the middle, but that's fine with him. He's got lots of AoE and tankiness. He's all good to go. He's got the... Cho's the fucking Darth Vader meme right now. And he's just kind of hanging out, and that's going to be another big one team fight for WTF. Pyro and Jinx have to flee. Ooh, are they going to catch Pyro? I think they will. Yep, he's just a little bit too... Okay, I definitely didn't need the flash there, but he is going to get him. That's, honestly, you know what? It's probably worth it just to get that, just to be sure, so now you can go do this Baron.
Yeah, and just to secure it quickly to start.
This, however, I don't like. Yes, you got to kill. But you're also a late game. You're also a late game scaling Zeri. Use your flash for something more meaningful than a solo kill, you know. But I get it. You're in the heat of the moment. You want the kill.
When you got a Yumi backpack, you do whatever you want. Not like you're getting punished for any misplays. So.
It's definitely not the worst flash I've seen, but I would definitely prefer to save it for a team fight. And Morgana's going to try ulti in here to stop this Baron, and that will turn out to be a very bad decision. I mean, it did stall long enough for it to reset, but that only stalled them for like 3 or 4 seconds. And this will be Baron here for Team WTF. About a 8K gold lead for them now. They're going to reset and move to this dragon immediately. Can they get there in time? And PPP is going to go ahead and look for a death push. Smart of the tanks to be in front. Can they go ahead and burst the Trundle? No, they cannot. Not quite. Oh, they do. They finally get him, and the Fear's going to go off on the Cho'Gath. Can they finish him off as well? No, he ends up getting munched by the Cho'Gath. Zeri playing very conservatively in the back here. I don't think she needs to. Just get in there and fuck him up. And that's finds her resolve and dives in there and gets a triple kill.
Yeah, unfortunately for the side of PPP, it is beginning to look a bit doomed.
Yeah, it might be doomed.
But hey, it was looking tough last game, and they pulled it out somehow.
I've seen some crazy comebacks in Beer League before, so I'm not going to write anybody off. And Jinx, if there's any champion that can come back out of nowhere, it's fucking Jinx. So all it takes is one good reset. You know, one person gets caught with late game Jinx, and that could completely turn the game. So I'm not going to count them out yet, but yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good. She needs to get that armor pen ASAP. Because this Trundle and this Cho'Gath are getting pretty tanky. Actually, no armor so far on the Trundle, not respecting the Jinx damage yet. Also, what is he building? He has a Kindle Gem and a Forbidden Idol. This is going to be a Shirelia's.
Oh, no.
This is going to be a Shirelia's, isn't it?
I was thinking the Imperial Mandate.
Ooh.
Like ARAM style.
Ooh, it could be.
Which also sounds terrible. I mean,
yeah.
I hate both options, so...
Support on Trundle. Ugh.
Yeah,
I guess we'll
that's
see.
a little suspicious to me, but... I mean... I guess he's just trying to enable his Yuumi Zeri combo and live since he's getting focused.
Yeah, both his carries are really strong, and Trundle's up far, and Cho'Gath's obviously really strong as well. Cho'Gath's going to go ahead and fight down here, 1v3. Can he manage to kill Pyro before he goes down? No! Close! Meanwhile, WTF's going to go ahead and push into the base. I don't think they'll be able to end here, but they will get both of these inhibs. And they wisely realize they can't end here. They're going to go ahead and leave. Smart choice.
Hey, PPP's letting those inhibs go on purpose because they want they want to farm. All right.
Yeah, there you go. See? Unironically true sometimes. I don't know about this time, but sometimes.
Works a little bit better on Smolder, but
yeah,
I'm sure it's still possible.
No, I know when I'm playing Kale, I love having one inhib down because I could just gobble up EXP on that wave. Because Kale just shreds super minion waves, no problem. So I'm fine with it. Obviously, I'd prefer not to lose the inhib, but sometimes it's aight. And yeah, no real objectives to fight over here for a moment. So I guess they'll just try to pressure bot. Zeri does need to be careful. She doesn't have cleanse. I mean, she does have the Mikhails from the Yuumi, so I guess that will partly make up for it. They gotta make sure they're on the same page about what is worth cleansing. Very early flash by Pyro. I don't know if he needed to do that, but now the fight's okay. He did need to do that. Urga's gonna go ahead and get it on the back, and that's gonna and the Urga ulti on. Oh, he gets feared away and ends up saving the Trundle thanks to the damage from his carries there. And now the rest of PPP has to flee, and this Cho'Gath is big, and he's coming in hard on this Talia, and she cannot escape. And yeah, the Talia has it's looked good at times. He's definitely made some plays with it, but there have been a lot of times where he really wished he was playing something tankier and fightier against all these divers. And that looks like it's going to be game 2 here for WTF. I don't see any feasible way they kill this Cho'Gath before their Nexus dies. And they will not. Hui's going to get one more kill for good measure. And that will be game 2 over for WTF. The feet have been tasted. Which is a disgusting sentence, but that's the name of their that's the name of their team, so I'm going to roll with it.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
well played, Team
the
WTF.
only positive thing I can say is that I now know that it is impossible for anyone to play Yuumi again this series. So
and look how close these damage darts are on these teams, like literally across the roles even. Well, okay, like the roles aren't quite exactly the same. because they're not perfectly lined up. But I mean, look at it, like slot for slot, like it's almost identical. It's kind of wild. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get started here on the draft for Game 3. And you're right, there will be no more Yumi this series. If there's one solace from Yumi playing Game 2 is it means no Yumi in Game 3. So let's go to Silver Scrapes. Yeah, I don't feel like getting the VOD muted, unfortunately. I know it's supposed to be free to play, or it's supposed to be safe to play, but Riot's safe to play playlist has been fucky lately, which is sad. I do really like the that you could just click on stay on the same link for the draft, just go Game 2, Game 3, instead of having to do new links every time. I think that's a huge improvement. Nice part of the change to Fearless. So looks like the teams are going to swap sides once again based on how they're lining up. So we'll be. I wish there was a button way I could just like switch these, but alas, if there is, I don't know it. So, and I don't have the fancy schmancy overlay like Simon Amos does. He's got the really high tech overlay with all like the team fight damage charts and level indicators and all this cool stuff. And I'm still using the basic bitch setup because I'm way too lazy to fix it or do anything better. So, all right, and wow, they're getting right into it. They were ready to go. If I have one criticism to make of the Fearless format, is that the bans tend to be incredibly samey. Because you kind of just pick like the 3 champs you don't want them to play for the entire series, and you just ban them each game. And before Fearless, there was a little bit more variety because there were more champs you had to worry about, right? But if you just let people play their champ, you don't have to deal with it again. So you just keep banning the same 3 over and over. Like WTF's bans have been the same 3 all 3 games. And that is very typical of Fearless, which is a little unfortunate. But I don't really know what you could do to address that. So I think we just kind of have to accept it.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of and is what it is.
Yeah.
I do think that like in non-fearless you think a little bit more about what specific comp you're going with, and then you have to cater your bands towards that comp.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm noticing here WTF goes for Lulu first pick, and then immediately the Kog'Maw counter pick, or the Kog'Maw picked in response. Now, did they pick that
yeah,
because of the Lulu? And they wanted
I,
to deny the Cog Lulu,
yes,
or were they gonna pick Kog'Maw anyway?
I feel like that's got to be a that's got to be a they picked Lulu. I don't want them to have the complement to that. We
Yep.
saw how Zeri Yumi went. Let's
Mm-hmm.
lock this down. You
Now,
know.
Yunara Lulu is a pretty strong combination in its own right. So, damn all these stupid hyper carry, super attack speed ADCs that are super mobile with enchanters. Very cringe. Can you
Yeah.
imagine using it, picking an enchanter and relying on that to win games? Ugh.
Yeah.
I would never pick an
Like,
enchanter for my team.
I'm with you. I wouldn't do it either.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely wouldn't let them play mid lane.
Nope. Nope. No enchanters. Nope. Do not look at Team 2's support picks throughout history, the last 3 seasons. It's definitely not almost exclusively enchanters. Do not look. Meanwhile, it's going to be the Gangplank coming in for WTF. I like the Gangplank
Oh,
pick.
I like that. Yeah, I saw it banned last game, and I was hoping that we would get to see it. It's one of those champions that I could never play because it,
Takes skill and knowledge,
is
but
weird.
yeah.
Yeah, that's another way to say it, I guess. But sure, sure.
I used to be decent at Gangplank back when he was really OP, but now that like he's tuned around the mains, I can't play him anymore.
Oh man,
so.
I used to be so good at Gangplank in like season 2 when you just built full crit and pressed Q on people, and that was all, and then
the
walked away.
original Gangplank, that's all he was.
Yeah, you just walk up, like they pick something melee, you walk up, shoot them in the face, you walk away, you come back 3 seconds later and do it again. I was so good at Gangplank back then. Me and every other silver player, we were just Gangplanking away. But now you got to line up barrels and shit. I'm not
Yep.
some kind of mini game simulator. It's not
I
what I
do.
play League of Legends for.
I do actually really like the Gangplank pick though, because Gangplank is good like obviously Gangplank scales really, really well, assuming you know how to play it. And being able to ult on the back line for something like Kog'Maw makes a big difference to kind of help. It's got long range follow up. And that's something people don't really think about when they're against these teams that you have to dive. Like, a Kog'Maw team, you kind of have to dive the Kog'Maw. And people are like, oh, you pick a bunch of dive champs, and yeah, you can do that. But the problem is that people are going to pick anti-dive, right? But you don't have to pick dive champs. You could also pick champs that can follow up from long range, like Gangplank or Xerath or Vel'Koz or any of these champs that can hit the backline from really far away, and you can follow up on your engage that way as well. So it's just
I wouldn't know. If it's not melee, I'm not familiar.
I think I know you played. Was it like a little bit Kindred or something? Was that
No, I would
no?
never play such a champion.
Okay, never mind. I'm thinking something else. I think maybe
No,
it was.
I've played a little bit of Kindred. Never in the
But
beer league though.
yes,
Never when all the marbles are on the table.
yeah, there you go. True. Then it's going to be Wukong and Syndra to round things out. I know Wukong's considered a really top tier jungler right now. You kind of just pick it whenever, and so they went for it. And then Syndra last pick, blind pick. So it looks like it's going to be a Swain mid. You don't see that very often. It will be indeed mid lane. And what are they top lane they're going to pick against the Gangplank? They're going to go with the Quinn. In theory, I like the Quinn pick against Gangplank, but I think that is. You have to be. I think Quinn's a deceptively hard champion to actually do well with. Obviously, if you're just getting poked in lane early on, it seems really brain dead. But you have to. It's very hard to find the balance on Quinn of roaming to help your team and still getting enough farm to be relevant. It's very easy to fall into the trap of just roaming nonstop. And unless you're getting like a billion kills left and right doing that, you just fall way, 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 way behind. And you have to be very careful about what plays you take on Quinn too, because you are not tanky at all. So if you bite off more than you can chew, you probably just get one shot, and you lose so much tempo every time that happens. So I think
But
Quinn
you
is
can always just run across the entire map to solo someone. So
yeah. No, there you go. Assuming you're strong enough to solo them, that's part of it. If you get to that critical point where you're strong enough to just start solo killing people, then yeah, playing Quinn's pretty easy. But that tends to take a while, or a really, really, really good early game. So we'll see how that goes. In Swain mid versus the Syndra, I feel like that has to be Syndra favored, right? Unless the Swain reaches survives long enough to get tanky enough to survive the burst. I feel like Syndra will just beat him up. But I guess we'll see. I do really like the Braum pick. That was kind of an early pick that wasn't really planned for, but I think it will be very helpful against this team to help keep them off the Kog'Maw, especially and kind of the Quinn as well, because they're going for the double ADC comp. Not a lot of engage on PPP. It's basically just going to be Swain pull on someone, or Lee Sin insect, which you probably don't want to be doing because you'd rather have him peeling most likely. Or maybe like a Quinn
honestly,
pick somewhere.
I really dislike this Swain pick actually.
Yeah, it is kind of an odd
Like,
pick in retrospect. Yeah,
Lulu completely cucks you. Yunara can just stand there and face tank you. Gangplank's gonna be, 3 screens away because he's gonna eat his peach and walk away. Wukong doesn't mind sitting in there fighting with you because he can put his clone out and hit you twice as much. Syndra's just gonna yeet you away. Like I think Swain's a great champion, a great beer league champion a lot of the time as well, but I really dislike the pick here.
Yeah, I think there's not a lot of good targets to sit on because obviously you want to pick Swain against like a melee heavy comp, right? And like really the only true melee champion here is Wukong. Like Gangplank is technically melee, but let's be honest, with his barrels in his Q, he's not really melee unless he wants to be. So yeah, it could be hard for him to really get meaningfully involved and fights this game unless he gets ahead and pops Ghost, and then all bets are off. But yeah, in general, the Swain pick, it could be tough for him this game, but we'll see. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe Jubilee will just pop off on the Kog'Maw and lead PPP to the promised land. Or maybe, Pyrone will go 30-0 on Lee Sin and nothing else will matter, right? That's also a possibility.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Don't ask me if it's likely, but it's certainly possible.
Yep. All right, and I'm going to take a very quick question break, and then we will be right back here for Game 3. So feel free to slander me in chat while I'm gone for a couple minutes. So have fun.
All right, what do we got going on in the chat? Nothing. Not a thing. No predictions.
Okay. All right, and here we go. Gangplank going for the very aggressive opener, longsword refillable against a Quinn. That seems dangerous. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, it's dangerous. We just don't know who it's going to be dangerous for.
Comet as well. That is interesting. I guess that's what a lot of Gangplanks go now. 'Cause
30 seconds
none of the other
until
keystones
minions
really make
spawn.
sense. I know a lot of them go first strike, I think. We're gonna go ahead and stop Lee Sin's back here. Oh, it was a bait. Fortunately, it's not a great bait. Wow, and they actually end up getting a flash out of that play. All right, fair enough. Muffin needs to hurry so we can get back to lane on time.
Spawn.
Well, should we take bets on which lane Pyro's ganking first?
Right. I mean, he's starting his bot side jungle. I feel like 3-camp blue into bot sounds like a terrible idea, but he might do it anyway.
Yep, it sounds pretty terrible, but
So we'll see.
I've seen crazier things, so
Well, we'll go ahead and see. And I've had the pleasure of seeing Scott Pilgrim on his Gangplank before, and I can confirm that it is extremely good. So I look forward to seeing him perform on it this game. He's already got the triple barrel tech.
got it. Yep, nailed it. We knew it was coming.
Ooh. Yeah, Muffin Man needs to make sure he gets that auto off. Ideally, because he's going electrocute Quinn, you want to auto, and then to proc the thing, and then walk away. That'll proc electrocute, and it'll give you the speed boost to avoid retaliation. So that's ideally the combo. You want to make sure you're getting the electrocute because he has yet to proc it, even though he's used E 3 times. So maybe he's just too scared to get that first auto, or he doesn't realize what the combo is. Either way, it's not looking like a good start for old Quinny. So, and no level 3 bot gank from Pryo. He wisely decides to just full clear and probably maybe gank mid here. We'll see.
Mid's always a solid backup plan, you know?
It is. So you can always just pivot to gank mid. That's part of why I hate playing mid lane sometimes. It's the lowest commitment gank angle for junglers. Ooh, lane gank coming in before the Lee Sin. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, unfortunately the Lee Sin misses. Ooh, the level up is going to save Muffin Man here. They need to shove this quick before Gangplank respawns TP's back. And good on Pyro to realize that he needs to help shove this way because there's no way Quinn's getting this in herself. So, great gank by Pyro. Scott Pilgrim probably could have lived that if he had just blown a splash, but he decided to try and turn it. Wasn't quite able to. And going for the more selfish Lee Sin build, going for the early Tiamat, must have gotten just enough to get that after that kill. I think that's actually smart if you're playing like a jungler like Lee Sin or Jarvan. You get 1200 first back, you just buy Tiamat, because that really speeds up your clear speed to such an extent that it gives you a lot of tempo for the rest of the lane.
Yeah, and
so
I'd like to see Pyro be nice and greedy here, to be honest.
Yep. I think when you're your team's best player, you kind of have to play greedy to a certain extent. You know, it's nice to be a team player and play around your team and help them get big too. But sometimes you have to realize that as the game goes on, it's going to be you or nobody. Sometimes, a lot of the time. So you kind of have to pick and play accordingly. It's not like solo queue where everyone is theoretically equally skilled. So you have a bit more variety in how you can win games. So, Pyro gonna go for the gank. You're on mid. He should be seen here. Did TLC see him? Yes, he did. Okay. And they are pinging it very loudly. They are aware of the Lee Sin. All right, Pyro, buddy, you gotta realize that he sees you by the way he's playing. Come on. Maybe he just doesn't care. That Gecko, then I'm gonna go for it anyway.
You know?
Ooh, not quite able to
Sometimes
land
that's
the
the call.
not quite able to land the pull in the Swain, and now, ooh, Gangplank able to get the dive, and the little dance emote disrespect spam on the Quinn there for the solo kill. To be fair, that is a pretty good emote spam killing somebody. Now TLC's gonna flash in. Ooh, does not get the ulti off in time. I'm actually not sure what to kill at that health, but either way, Swain is gonna pop his flash and survive. So I respect what Cinder was going for there. Just didn't quite have the damage for it. Hello, casters. I miss you. Hello, Danny. Welcome.
Well, now that Danny's here, we better get input on who has the prettiest skins.
Yes, Danny. Let us know. Do your. It's a little hard to see. Doesn't look like there's any particular theme going on here. Oh, hold on. The WTF bot lane does have the double pink skins. That will definitely be Danny approved.
Yep.
Not really a lot. Oh, actually, no. Is this double pool party? No, it's one pool party and one, like, grill thing? I'm actually not 100% sure. But they're both joke skins. They got fit into the same general theme, so both bot lanes seem to be matched up well. But beyond that, not a lot of skin synergy, unfortunately.
Skinnergy?
Skinnergy, yep. I don't know if I like that. Skinnergy sounds kind of weird. Pretty pink bot lane wins. Yeah, there we go. See, I knew Danny would approve. Gotta go with the pretty pink bot lane. And then we're gonna go with a Rum here with the Braum, and ooh, Wukong doesn't have W that might be able to make something happen here. They're gonna go ahead and get the Braum stunned. Would they have enough burst to finish him off? Yes, they do, but Pyrone's gonna go down in return. Not really what you're looking for if you're Team PPP. Now TLC gonna be able to get just enough distance before the Braum stun hits. So.
Yeah, I don't know that I love that trade for them.
Yeah. And so far, Quinn really suffering up top in this matchup here. I'm not gonna flame. I'm not gonna call him a terrible player, but I think he's definitely not the most experienced Quinn player here. I've seen enough to tell that he's not really 100% on what he should be doing up there, and it's kind of paying the dividend or having some consequence up there in top lane. But you know, maybe he can make up for it later. But
Quinn's a weird one.
Yep, Quinn is a weird champ. Meanwhile, we're gonna get an invade here. Ooh, nice kick by Lee Sin. Can he follow up with the kill on the Wukong? No, but he does get the Wukong flash. That's gonna be another kill up into the top lane. That is tough. It's a nice Swain skin too. Yes, it's the Pimp Daddy Swain skin from what I heard. I think you have this one, right, Jeff?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Got my chesticles out in my ARAMs, just spamming. He's got a real nice Control 3 emote with incredible hand placement, so you just know exactly what he's up to.
And he's going to go ahead and move on Dragon here, and they're kind of leaving it a little early, and I've noticed their jungler is not currently in the pit. They do manage to chase over the wall and get the Wukong, and Pyron's like, all right, let's come back and secure this Dragon now. Trying to take a quick break, take a quick schedule break from his Dragon to go ahead and kill the enemy jungler.
I mean, I've been in that position many times. I do the exact same thing. I'm like, well, if I take their jungler out of the pit and go chase him, then surely we get it, right? And then I turn and look back, and I'm, losing the objective. But
yeah, I think at this point, now that GP has Triforce, I think you just kind of have to accept this laning phase is over for the Quinn and just kind of try to get your boots up as fast as possible and try to roll them and make it helps the place of your team to keep them in it, so that you're already down 1.7k at 10 minutes, which is not ideal.
Ooh. Yeah.
And you try to salvage the top. Try to a lot of games in top lane especially, you'll just fall behind really early because the matchup sucks. You get camped. You don't know. You just get outplayed, whatever, and you have to find a way to. Yeah, but
you can always just blame your jungler. True,
but that doesn't actually help you win the game. But in terms of actually winning the game, you have to find a way to still contribute even when you're way behind. In Quinn's case, it will be by roaming. But a lot of jungler, different top laners have different ways to contribute to the situation. Fight's going to go ahead and break out here. Lee Sin's going to go in. Lee Sin's not actually tanky yet, and he's going to end up going down to the GP barrel, but he does get the jungler before he goes down. Now, Swain's going to go in on the GP, but I'm not sure if he actually wins this, especially now the Syndra comes to help. He definitely will not win this, and that's going to be a dead Swain. Unfortunately, Quinn too low to help. And that'll be another couple kills with a gangplank, which is the opposite of what we wanted to have happen.
Yeah, this is...
So, up to a 2k gold lead just in top lane already. That is not great.
And it seems like Scott Pilgrim is a big GP enjoyer.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good so far, I'd say.
I think we are familiarizing with why this champion is generally banned.
Yep, good, really good GPs are a menace for sure. And I don't blame Swain for going for that play, because in a vacuum, I think he should win that, but it just doesn't account for how fed the Swain, or how fed the GP already was. So, it's unfortunate.
In a vacuum.
In a vacuum, that should be good for Swain, but...
Is it because Swain's just sucking people already, or...?
No, that actually wasn't intended at all, but, nice to know that's where your mind goes.
Well, he's just, walking around sucking everyone. I'm like, yeah, I can see it. And he's like a little vacuum.
To get back on topic here, one really cool thing about League that you don't see in a lot of other games is because champion strength is so variable from game to game based on people getting fed or people falling behind or whatever. There's a lot of, I guess, emergent strategy, because you just have to deal with the situation that you're in, right? So, in theory, Swain getting right on top of Gangplank would be good, but not when the Gangplank's really fed already. So you kind of have to adapt to how the game's actually going, to who you focus and all that good stuff. And that's different from a lot of other games where the strategies are a bit more solved, I guess. And you have to be able to adapt to what's actually happening and realign your priorities based on who's strong and who's weak and all that good stuff. Lou might be kind of getting caught here. Has to blow flash to avoid the Lee Sin Q. Yeah, just poor Quinn just kind of just abandon the tower, Quinn. The tower is not your friend at this point, so let it go. Just summon your inner Elsa and go gang bot lane. And now Pyro is hanging out here bot a bit too long. He's gonna, ooh, nice flash. Is able to avoid the Syndra stun, but yeah, stay at the top. There's no point being up there anymore. Just go hang out with your team until this top tower is gone, because this is all Gangplank is doing is just using this to kill you further. So.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Kind of surprised that Wukong was able to get to his item first ahead of Lee Sin. I guess just because, Lee Sin does have the item in base, he just hasn't come back to get it yet. But actually, which one is this? Caulfield pickaxe? Oh, he's going TMA into Eclipse. Okay, I see. Got it. He's not going the full team ahead, and I guess that is the smart way to do it usually. Well, yeah. You gotta get a gank on this, I'm trying to ping gank on this Syndra like I'm shot calling, but I'm not in this game. Nice juke there by the Syndra, but ultimately not enough, and that will be a shot down for the Quinn. I might help him get going a little bit. Quinn needs to get, looks like he's building Static Shiv. I do like this Static Shiv here. You kind of need help with the wave clear to help shove out waves while you have the chance. And so I do like that he went Static Shiv. You need to minimize your time spent farming so you can keep helping your team. Meanwhile, PPP is going to go ahead, while this is happening in the mid lane, they're just going to go ahead and do the dragon. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't like giving up this tier 2 tower quite as easily as he did, but he did get something out of it, so maybe it's worth it. But yeah, this Gangplank is absolutely enormous. Already a 4k gold lead in top lane for the Gangplank. He's already up to his, 60, 70% crit, 55% crit. So he's going to be a very scary boy. They're going to have to just play around him as best they can. Let's see. No future strength yet. It will again come down to whoever gets this Monster Slayer. Well, actually, no, PPP already has Monster Slayer. Okay, so they just got Feats of Strength. Yeah, I just didn't see the boots. Okay, so Feats of Strength for WTF. Got it. Oh, ooh. Nice little bait there with the War in the Bush to bait out the attempted cheese kill by Gangplank. Got him the juke. And like right here, like there's no point in being here. Like if the Gangplank is here, there's no point in being here, right? Like yeah, if he's gonna back off, fine, push the wave, but let him overextend and have your team kill him, you know, because there's no universe. I mean, he could probably 2v1 you and Lee Sin right now, so just let him push. If he wants to stay top lane, he shouldn't be top lane, by the way. He should be bot. Using his big lead to pressure these towers in the side lane down here, but he is still top. So a bit of macro mistakes by both top laners, to be honest. So maybe it cancels out. They're gonna go for it. I don't like this, but we'll see if they can make it happen. Ooh, the Lee Sin Q misses. And Lee Sin, oh, actually, at least the gameplay's not tanky yet, so yeah, I guess they can do that if they play it right. So there you go. Big shutdown for the Lee Sin. Yeah, I guess Gangplank's, he does a lot of damage, but he's not tanky. Oh no!
Oh no!
Should have just recalled in the outcome. You would have been fine. You got the fast recall.
I don't know. I don't think he would have made it out of there either.
Well, in either case, it ends up going down. WTF is going to kind of summon the Rift Herald in the bot lane. He's going to grab that tower. Might be able to grab this second one as well. Well, no wave, so I don't think they'll be able to.
Oh, he has Synchronized Souls recall, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I was like, they don't have Rift Herald. He doesn't have a speedy recall, but... oh, no!
Nice collapse here by the Yunara on the mid lane. Now Lee Sin is here, but it could be too late. Lee Sin does not have a
Lee Sin gonna get 1v4'd. Oh, no.
Yep.
It's disastrous.
Yep.
Yeah, I really don't like
in here. Yep. Should be able to get Wukong at least.
PPP comp here.
Yeah. Playing the Atlanta thing to keep your ulti going. I don't think you want it to keep going. You want it to back off.
No.
Then you got what you're gonna get. And pro tip to any of you Quinn enjoyers out there, I know there's at least one of you. When you're coming in to farm away from the side lane, you want to make sure to get into the middle of it before you end your ulti, because it does a bunch of damage to all the targets around. So help you push the wave just a little bit faster if you do that.
Good call out.
Iron going up pretty far forward. He needs to be careful. He's going to get caught by a Syndra stun here, and indeed he will. But Quinn's going to immediately jump on the Syndra smart. Fortunately for Syndra, that plant was there, so she was able to escape.
Now and now Quinn's stuck. Jump over the wall?
No.
No, repel over the wall. Oh.
But no, stop. And GP is here. Pyro's going to go in. No follow-up, though. He's going to end up going down to the Syndra ulti, and now the rest of his team's going to go down as well. And this is kind of one of those games where you wish you weren't Lee Sin, because...
oh, Jubilee, no! Run!
Rest in peace, Jubilee.
Oh, no.
I mean, Lee Sin is good and he's fed, but if you were a diver with a bit more fighter ability, I think you might be able to carry some of these fights. But Lee Sin's really not that kind of champion, unfortunately. So it's a really tough one here for PPP. Up, down 9,000 gold already. My goodness. Yeah, okay, I mean, this game's probably cooked. I don't even think they realize just how far behind they are in gold. 10,000 gold deficit here of the 20-minute mark, just largely due to this GP. 5,000 of it just in his lane. But yeah, across the board, they are down thousands of gold. The only lane that's ahead is Lee Sin. They are going to go ahead and get Lulu here. Can they? Ooh, he's able to get on. He's able to get on Yunara as well. Doesn't end up getting her. I would have preferred he would try to turn around to help with the GP rather than chasing the Yunara, but he is going to go ahead and get back. Does have ulti. Can he get in? Can he get enough damage to finish off? the Gangplank. No, not yet. He's going to keep going for it, though. He does have the ulti. If he can get on the Gangplank, he should be able to get the kill here. And there he goes. Gets knocked up. Oh, the Wukong doesn't quite land on the GP. Oh, but he does land the Q. That gets enough damage on to kill the Gangplank before he gets stunned by the Syndra. Now Syndra has to run. And she should be fine here. Yes? Yeah, she should be fine. Okay. So, you did recover some ground there for PPP. They're only down about 8,000 gold now instead of 10,000. That's
good.
That's progress.
That's progress.
That is progress.
Oh, that hurts. That one hurts.
You know, when you
I'm
think
trying
about
my
it,
best to
Yunara and
believe in
Syndra form the ultimate CPT synergy. Really smart drafting from WTF. Oh my god. Oh my god. Gross. Unfortunately, Jubilee's going to go ahead and get caught out here. We have another stun coming up here for Syndra. We do, and that will be Jubilee down. Now Swain is here, but not able to land on anybody. I would like to see Quinn keep pushing until someone comes to stop her. That's a big part of being a split pushing threat, is that if you leave before anyone shows up, you failed, right? Because the whole point is to draw people to you so that your team can get numbers advantage, but it does not end up happening here. Now Gangplank is here, and Yunara's off on the side doing crazy damage. And yeah, that's not what you want. Yeah, and I'm not going to criticize Quinn too much here, because when you're this far behind, there's not a lot of good choices. But you need to make someone come up here to stop you pushing this, unless there's like an active team fight already in progress that you're rotating to, right? If WTF is allowed to group, they win every time. So you need to keep them from grouping and split them up as much as possible. And the way you do that is by splitting and catching them on rotations. So,
which is where Quinn shines, absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Right? That's what we want to see. But,
but it is tough at the moment.
Yeah, it's big tough.
Nice block of the Syndra stun by the Brahmin. That's going to allow the Swain to turn around. Unfortunately, Yunara does a 10 bajillion damage. So even though she gets caught out, she ends up taking a couple down with her before she dies. And yeah, if it was just the bad Gangplank, you could maybe handle it. But the Syndra and the Yunara are also really fed. So, 12k goal lead here for WTF. All you can really do is play for picks with Quinn and Lee Sin and hope to stall out the game long enough that Kog'Maw can eventually carry. And I mean, so far, that's what you want. Is he gonna follow up? Ooh, he gets baited in. Doesn't quite have the damage to finish. I think you had to take.
One hurt.
I think you had to take that and try, but yeah, just obviously Gangplank knew he had backup. You saw him do the little dance.
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim hitting the disrespect. And honestly, I love that so much that it almost makes up for the fact that his team played Yumi in this series.
Almost. Not quite, but almost.
Not quite. But it's been good. Yeah. And honestly, I can relate to the feeling, right? Like, someone bans your champion every single series because they know that's what you're good with. You finally get the opportunity to play it.
You're going to show the world. Yep.
Yeah. You're going to say, you won't make this mistake again.
Yep. If there is one saving grace here for PvP, is that WTF Dragon Soul is a long ways away still. They probably don't need it, but you know.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
That's one less win condition for them on the table. They probably have enough as it is, but you know, just point it out there. Strength up to 100% crit now. Nope, only 90%. What a scrub. And if you are WTF, I would like to see you just kind of force Baron and put this game to bed. But we'll see what happens here. Going for a pick. WTF's kind of split right now, but now Wukong is in and Gangplank's around the corner.
Swain's got position to get an ult though. Rip it. Rip it, baby, yes!
You know, when GP is just getting into melee range and autoing everybody, and yeah, that's going to be a wrap.
Well, you said you wanted the game put to bed.
They grabbed that comforter and they started just tucking them in, you know.
Yep.
Right? Didn't even need the Baron.
No, they did not. And they should just walk down and end here. They got a Yunara.
Yep.
Death timers are long enough.
Honestly, great series by WTF here, you know. It was a tough game one for them. They came back from a big deficit early on, and then they were in the driver's seat, and then just some bad decisions and getting caught kind of turned the game around and ended up losing. But then they did not let that discourage them. They won game 2, you know, another back and forth game. Then game 3, they win here in pretty dominant fashion. So
yeah, definitely feels good to wrap the series that way if you are
so well played
on Team WTF.
Yeah, so well played to them. I believe we have a couple series tomorrow. Let's go ahead and see. Yes, we have. Let me find it here. My eyes will work. Where is Wednesday? Here we go. So we have PDX versus DOT at 6 Central tomorrow. And then we have the rescheduled When in Rome versus 2 matchup at 8:45 Central tomorrow as well. He did not change
Shameless
this.
plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. Well, I didn't get casted last week. I didn't plug enough apparently. But yeah, there should be. Hopefully, some of those will get casted tomorrow. But yeah, that'll be it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Great win to WTF, and have a good night, everybody. Bye bye.